Hey,
Hey,
what's good, y'all?
what's good?
Shinobi Metro, back again with another episode of the Two Shonen podcast. I'm here with Hamza again virtually.
Virtually.
Yeah, and today we wanted to talk about Demon Slayer, specifically Demon Slayer season 2, because that shit was fire. To put
All
it
right,
in simple terms.
real quick, let's have an agreement here.
Uh,
Better season two than Attack on Titan season two.
I mean that was really random, but yeah, I can agree. So, I mean, it's not like AOT season 2 was bad though,
Oh,
but
no, it wasn't. I'm just saying.
I will say, I mean, AOT is always gonna have the better story, but
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, like, just like the thing I love about Demon Slayer and like I guess like Ufotable, like they're just always outdoing themselves every single time. Like you have, season one was great. Everybody loves season one, and then we have the movie Mugen Train, which was amazing. You know, everybody loves Mugen Train, and then we have season two, which just ended, I think, a week or so, or 2 weeks ago, or something like that, and that was even better than the Mugen Train. So
Yeah, and I think this was 11 episodes or 12
it's like
episodes?
11 or 12. Yeah, it wasn't that long,
Yeah,
but
it was pretty short, but a lot happened.
pretty short, and it was. But every episode was like pretty much action packed. Like except like maybe like the first episode, like every single episode, like I was actually looking forward to it because, someone who didn't read the manga, I was kind of like, I was always wondering like, yo, what's gonna happen? And for the people who watch it weekly, I a lot of them can agree with me on this. Like, bro, like every single ending of an episode was always a cliffhanger. It was always something, whether like somebody had just been like stabbed, or like something just exploded, or some new ability, new person, new things. Like it's like every single episode, like always making you itch to like wait, and you're so eager to watch the next episode. And it was great. I loved watching it weekly. Demon Slayer is one of those things that I'll watch weekly because Ufotable is just amazing. I mean, like honestly, like Ufotable is probably my favorite animation studio. They're, I mean, of course, you have like Mappa, you have Madhouse, you have Bones, you have Cloverworks, all that. But
I was just about to say Cloverworks.
I fucking love
They,
Cloverworks too.
I
Cloverworks
love
does great on their
Cloverworks.
slice of life.
They do.
But
But I'm gonna say one thing.
mhm.
Best setting in any Demon Slayer arc so far.
So you
Like,
said so far.
yeah, the setting,
Um,
the setting.
season one took place in multiple places, so it's kind of
No,
hard
I'm
to.
saying an arc. So season one had multiple arcs, right? So there's a forest, there was Tokyo, um, and then we had the train, right? But I'm saying this was like the most fleshed out setting.
Oh yeah, I absolutely loved
Yeah,
Entertainment District. I think
yeah.
there's a lot of story that comes with Entertainment District. Like, it's not just that the facts, like the city's like so vibrant and it looks so great, but it's also the fact that like there's a lot of history behind what goes on in Entertainment District. Like,
Mm.
I don't really know what the process is called, or like what the term is called, but like the women do those things, like they go in these like different like buildings and like groups or whatever, and
It's
I guess they like trying to get them married. I think that's what it is.
yeah. So it's courtesans. So that's what they are. They're courtesans. So they're like, you
Okay.
know, they basically like they get money from servicing men, and that is basically the main like highlight of this district is basically like on the service industry.
I think it ties in really well with the story too. Like
Mm-hmm.
when we first meet like the first like antagonist, Daki, right? Like she's like one of the oldest members of like this house, and she's been like known for like being like kind of like a bitch to everybody, and like she's kind of hard-headed, and even like the elders like fear her, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of plays like really good, as well, because like we get introduced to Tengen, who you know he might not be that strong, but he's probably like one of my
I don't think he's stronger
he's
than
one of my favorite Hashira. Like, and that's literally like just because like of how like flashy he is. Like he like the it's corny, but like at a certain point, like in this story, like he just gets like everything he does is like cool as fuck. Also,
Man's
he's
got
got
three
like
wives.
and yeah, and he's got
Like,
3 wives, which
and
is
they're all
crazy.
bad.
They're all bad as fuck.
They're all baddies, bro.
But that's why like, and that's how it ties in right to like this the courtesans or whatever. But what one of the funnier moments for me is like getting to see like our like the trio like kind of dress up as women and kind of like be inside these houses. Like, you know, when you see Inosuke with his mask on, you think of like the manliest man like you'll ever get, right?
Yeah, then he
And
takes
then
it
you
off
and then he
he's
takes
like,
his mask off and like, yo, bro, it's cute. Like what? Like it just doesn't make sense. So seeing him like in one of those houses and like pretending to be feminine, like I knew he was gonna crack early, right? And he was like one of I think he was the first to crack. But
yeah, he was.
it's watching him be in like a situation where he can't be what he, I guess, like shows the most was so fucking hilarious.
The funniest was Zenitsu and how he was just playing that guitar or the what is it called? It's not a sitar. It's a shamisen or koto or something, and he's like just strumming it like crazy. And he's just so angry at Tengen.
Oh
He's
yeah. He's like
because he's just
going
getting called
stupid on it.
ugly. And,
Yeah, I know that was dude. That was
no,
hilarious.
his main beef was that Tengen treated him like shit, and that but the biggest thing was that Tengen had 3 wives. That's why he was so
He
like,
got so mad that
he
Tengen had
was
3 wives.
at that. It was so funny.
But you know,
oh,
you know what I will
hold
say?
on.
Uh huh.
There's I just remembered something. Okay, if we're talking about like the first episode of the arc,
Mm-hmm.
let's not forget Akasa'S encounter with Luzon and how
Oh
like,
yeah,
dude,
that shit was crazy. He was like, bro, this dude, Akaza was like, yo, I killed a Hashira, blah blah blah, and Muzan was not phased. He was like, that's what you came here to tell me. Like, bro, I'm like, damn, like,
damn.
dude, Hashiras not really mean anything to demons. But then, like, when you come and think, like, when you like for real think about it, like, Muzan's been around for so long, and he's probably seen so many Hashira like come and go. So I bet it's not that big of a deal to him. Because demons live forever, right?
He was more concerned about Tanjiro.
Yeah, because Tanjiro, I guess I don't really know too much about his bloodline.
Right?
Yeah, but apparently he's got a really dangerous bloodline. I'm not really too sure, but that shit was crazy. They also cucked us at the end, like really bad. Like I was very, very annoyed. But I'll get into that a little bit later. What's also something that I liked?
We get the more. Do we get an explanation on the sun breathing and all that?
Not really, but we do get to see something that I thought was stupid interesting. So this is like in Tanjiro's fight with Daki, right? Tanjiro gets absolutely like bloodlusted. Like there's like blood coming from his eyes everywhere, and he goes like completely numb, and he's not breathing. So he's just going crazy. He's going like he's slicing up everything, and he's like jumping, twirling, doing all this shit in the air or whatever. He's like completely unfazed by everything. And then and the greatest part is like you learn afterwards that he wasn't breathing at all. But in that moment when he was bloodlusted, he could have ended the arc like 5 or 6 episodes like earlier. Like really he could have, if one, he was breathing, and if he was like actually using like his brain. I feel like he kind of went into instinct mode a little bit, which isn't that big of a deal.
Wait, so that's your favorite part of the battle, or the big arc? That's like
one of my favorites. Yeah, like it really is, because we don't see, like when you think of Tanjiro, like you think of Tanjiro like this, like, you know, he's like kind of timid. He's like he often blames himself for a lot of the things that he can't control. But at one point, like, because you know Daki was going crazy, right? She was like with her like belt and everything, she was like destroying homes and like people and stuff. So like Tanjiro was like fed up So he just kind of went wild. That was one of my favorite parts, definitely. I think Daki wasn't necessarily like a great villain. She is really whiny, but
Definitely like Akaza more. Who
oh,
do you
of
like better,
course.
Rui the Spider Kid or Daki?
Even I liked Rui a little bit more, like
Yeah, I
personality
like
wise.
Rui more.
I think Rui has a better ulterior motive. Rui just wanted a family.
Yeah. What about Daki's brother?
Oh, dude. Actually, Gyutaro is clean. Like
Yeah,
he
I like his stories.
like his those sickles are some nasty shit. Something that happens like with Gyutaro and Tanjiro. I think Gyutaro went after. Oh yeah, so it was when Tengen's wife had that like crossbow thing that had the arrows that were like that had wisteria on them,
Hmm.
and so she like shot it at Gyutaro, and like Gyutaro was regenerating and stuff, and so Tengen was like going in, but then at one point Gyutaro grabs the wife. I don't remember her name, but Tanjiro's like can't really like breathe. This is like a common trend that he can't breathe anyway, and he's always like out of like stamina or whatever. But the probably one of the coolest things I've seen him do is he combined two different forms of breathing and used them to attack. Like he combined the Hinokami Kagura and the water breathing, which is like some crazy shit because like who have you ever really seen do something like that?
Hmm. Because he's like we figured out that he was like special or something. Like he was like one of like the he has like a rare bloodline or something like that, right? What was
Yeah,
it?
he's part of like some sort of rare bloodline. I don't really understand the whole Hanafunda like earring type deal, but
Hmm. No. Okay, so I'll tell you my favorite part of the season is when Nezuko went crazy. That was
oh
my
yeah,
favorite, dude. Because here's the thing, I always got mad. I was like, why don't they just use Nezuko? Like, and low key, they kind of cucked her in this season too. Because honestly, she would have ended the arc. If they like just let her did what she did, they would have ended the arc. She would have ended the arc alone, and though this would be like by like episode 6. And I was just like, or episode 7, and I was just like, she was going crazy, like she was making Daki scared, like, and I was just like, dang, dude, who knew that Nezuko was this
he was
powerful?
curb stomping her like dead
She
ass. Like
has,
she was like just stomping on her head like over and over and over again. That shit was crazy.
yeah, and like she has like the power of like an upper level.
Her regeneration is
Yeah,
like upper level, upper moon level, which is so
but
crazy
then
because like she literally gets her like hand cut off and then it just like grows again, which is like kind of crazy.
but
But
that's the
the
thing. So
uh
like, why is Nezuko basically like one of the strongest demons?
maybe because she's always sleeping. I don't know. That's probably
It's just
that's not my only good guess because like she obviously doesn't eat like human blood and
no,
she
no,
doesn't
no,
need that to survive. But
no. So I mean, I don't think that correlates because Muzan gave her the blood, but why did he pick Nezuko to give the blood to?
I think it
You
was
know,
like I don't think it was purposeful.
I think it was considering like Tanjiro's family. I think we like Muzan might know a lot more about like Tanjiro's dad and like his family than like we ever did. And that's why he picked Nezuko. And he was like, "Oh, because of this, how strong this bloodline is, I bet this is gonna be one of the strongest demons." And that's why he's always sending people to go get Nezuko. Because I bet if Nezuko comes in contact with Luzon, then she's gonna be totally controlled, and she's gonna be like Muzan's strongest upper level demon. That's my theory.
This, I mean, it's pretty sound.
Because it seems like Nezuko or Tanjiro's family is pretty important, especially with the earrings and the sun breathing and all everything that's going on. especially like how like Tanjiro can mix up all these like different breathings and stuff, and how his sword is black.
Yeah, I still
Right?
find that really interesting that his sword is black. And
Yeah.
it's not like a specific color. Let me ask you this: Who surprised you the most in all of Entertainment District?
Besides Nezuko?
Just like in general, like
Mm,
even if you want to count Nezuko, that's fine.
I would say Nezuko the most, but then they like she basically was even there in like the last 4 episodes.
She was
So
in that last episode.
she was yeah, but she didn't do anything.
No, she did. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, she healed,
She healed
but
everybody. Yeah.
she healed everyone. But I'm saying like in terms of like defeating the last boss, she didn't like deliver like aid in the blow. They just
Oh
like
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
they just locked her. So I would say that, dude. Honestly, Tengen like I was surprised that Tengen got the win.
You were surprised that Tengen lost, or like he like
Cause I expected him to be like OP considering how like he just like fucked up Daki like in one swipe. But what I didn't expect was Gyutaro giving Tengen the work.
you know who surprised me the most? Zenitsu, bro. I
Really?
hate, bro. Like a strong emphasis. In season 1, I hated Zenitsu. Like he's like generally just a like so whiny and annoying, and he was
Same,
always crying. But like
same.
so you see that like a little bit, like in season 2, like at the beginning. But like when he fell asleep, and like like if you watch, like when he's asleep, he's like on his shit, right? He was asleep for like that entire battle, and
Mm-hmm.
I loved him when he was sleeping. He acted like a general. He was like putting moves. He was actually powerful and actually like being like contributive. I don't even think
Mm-hmm.
that's a word.
He was taking
Um,
charge, bro. I was like so
I
impressed.
was. It reminded me of Erwin so much.
Erwin. Oh, yeah.
What
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
think of Demon Slayer 2? Yeah, I mean, I think it was fire. The whole arc itself was just fire. Everything. I loved all the characters. No, I want to talk about this. Inosuke got the Rengoku treatment and survived. He got the donut special and he survived.
Did he?
Yes. Bro, you remember like so he grabbed something. I don't remember exactly what he grabbed. I think it was the box. I think it was Nezuko's box. And then he's running away. Gyutaro comes behind him and he stabs him in the back, right? And then we see him fall down, That's before everything like hits the fan. And then like when Zenitsu and Daki are fighting and he's in Godspeed, like Zenitsu's in Godspeed, you see Inosuke pull up with a hole like in his like I think it was like in his chest, and he's like, I can rearrange my organs or whatever. Like it was high key some plot armor, but I think that shit was crazy. The fact that he was able to take like a stab like that and survive.
Okay, but he got stabbed. There's a difference between stab and difference between getting punched through like everything through the stomach, and that's what happened to Rengoku. The man had an actual right.
I mean, yeah, but still had a hole through him.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, Tanjiro kind of got on my nerves this season. He was
Really,
monologuing too much, too much. I was just like, I kind of get it,
bro.
bro.
He put
Just
he put a big emphasis on what the one thing that I like.
oh,
It's kind of a double edged sword, but like with Tanjiro,
he kept saying Hinokami Kagura over and over and over again, and I'm just like, yeah, bro, I get it.
that's the
But
name of the move.
I know, bro, but count how many times you hear that shit. It's a lot. It's like excessive.
What was I about to say? He loves saying that like everything is his fault. Like I understand like
Oh yeah,
sometimes like
that too.
sometimes it's cool, bro, but like at one point like shut up. Like please. It's so annoying like hearing that like you know what? It's that for me and also he what does he do? He's like always out of like stamina. Like for some reason he like can't breathe or he's like on his last leg and he's like
Yeah.
bro, at one point he was like tired, exhausted, like the build like everything explodes, right? At one point everything explodes and Tengen and Gyutaro are fighting again. And before this, Tanjiro is like you know at one point where Gyutaro is like patting Tanjiro on the head and then he like breaks his fingers. Like
Mm.
he's like obviously worn out, right? But then you
But then you
see
see him backflipping and doing all the shit like in other episodes, and you're just like, bro, weren't you tired like an episode ago?
yeah, exactly. And then Gyutaro and Tengen are fighting, and then Tanjiro is keeping up with both of them. I didn't understand it. Like Tanjiro, he's close to Hashira level, like at the end of season 2, like because he gets a Slayer mark, right? But he hasn't beaten a Hashira or he hasn't beaten an Upper Moon by himself yet, so he can't get that title. But he's still keeping up. Like he was still like keeping up with Tengen and Gyutaro. How do you feel about Gyutaro's backstory?
Dude, it was sad. I was like,
It was like actually sad too.
yeah, it was good. It was good.
It's interesting because and I know like when I posted this on TikTok, people were telling me like just wait till you hear Akaza's story or whatnot. But like for like people who are like anime only like myself, like getting to see like such a not really relatable, but it seems like such a human like it seems more human like the type of backstory that
No, it was pretty good.
he has. And I
Yeah.
didn't realize that like Daki was like his literal sister. I thought Daki was like just somebody he ends up like coming across. I didn't realize they were like generally related.
No, that shit was definitely like well written. But I will say, it's just Akaza does make a memorable entrance that you're just like, damn, I just want to know everything about him.
Apparently
That
they're going to his like his backstory a little more, and I'm kind of intrigued to learn about like his backstory, but like I don't know. It's people just say he like it's just a lot sadder, but does it really get sadder than Gyutaro? I mean,
I
like
wouldn't know, bro. I haven't read the
oh, you
manga.
haven't read it? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
But
but yeah, you know what I've heard from manga readers though
hmm,
is that this is the best arc. Did you feel that this is like okay? Because like I mean, you've seen other shonens and stuff, right?
of course. Yeah.
So you've definitely felt like Soul Society. How good was that? It was pretty damn good, right?
It was pretty good. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, and then like, but would you say it's like about the same level as like Chunin exams?
I would say it's better than tuning exams.
You would say Soul Society is better than Chunin exams?
Yeah.
Okay, but like those are like the top tier like arcs, right? And you've seen like My Hero and stuff, right?
Yeah. I don't remember a whole lot, but
Okay, but like here's my thing. Is this arc the entertainment district arc? Where would you put it in like shonen arcs? Is it like near the top, or is it like does it even make the top 10 list, or
it doesn't make top 10, but it'll make probably 15.
maybe? But what would you say is better, Mugen Train or this arc?
Definitely this arc.
Really?
But when it comes to if we're talking about shonen arcs in general, I can name like quite a few that are better than this. Like
Damn, should we have a top 10 shonen arcs episode?
we definitely should, because there's dude,
There's
there's
a
a lot
lot.
of there's a lot of shonen arcs.
There's a lot of shonen arcs.
There's a
But,
lot to think of too, but I would definitely say top 15. It is rather short.
Pretty
11
short.
episodes, but you know the end is 35 minutes, and dude, the ending made me so mad. We were supposed to get the Upper Moon meeting, and we
Oh,
didn't.
that's okay. I will lie that I said I haven't read the manga because I read the meeting. It's only one chapter. It's literally the next chapter after that. I don't know why they didn't animate it, but they should have. It's not even that long,
They
but
literally,
it was pretty
it
interesting.
was the biggest. It was the biggest like.
Fuck you, yeah.
It was the biggest fuck you of all time, bro. Because at the episode, they have Akasa go into the what is it called, the Infinity Castle.
The Infinity Realm or something.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah,
and then he's thinking like this only happens out of the
yeah. When
ordinary
Upper
if an
Moon
upper moon
dies.
dies, right? And so
Yeah.
then we have that, and then we have the dude strum like the instrument, right? I'm not gonna call it a guitar because I don't know what the fuck it is, but he literally strums the thing, and then it just pans off, and I was like, oh, it hurt. I was
Yeah.
really looking forward to it because I want to know what they have to say, like, because apparently obviously upper moons don't die like that, so
Hmm.
it's a very it would have been a very interesting thing to listen into, but I cannot
Yeah.
wait for
Just
what is
read
it
it,
called?
bro. Just literally read the next chapter. You'll find out. It's some good stuff.
What's the next arc that's coming out? What is it called?
Hashira training? No. My bad.
It's with
It's
Muchiro and Mitsuri.
I think it's like something village.
Yeah.
Swordsmith Village. Okay,
I,
and get this. We
uh-huh.
only have 3 more arcs and then Demon Slayer's done. So this is literally like we're in the second half of Demon Slayer. Well into the second half of Demon Slayer. Mugen Train started the second half of Demon Slayer.
So then, damn. So
Can you imagine that?
is the Infinity? Well, I know the Demon Slayer manga is like rather short, but dude, the ending. I don't know if
For
you've heard anything about the ending. I'm not gonna talk about it because it's such a big anime, but
I heard it gets slandered. I heard it got slandered pretty hard.
some of it is some crazy stuff, though.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely some crazy stuff. I want to. I've heard a lot of people say Infinity Train like that, or Infinity Train, Infinity Castle, like the arc itself is like a 10 out of 10. I've heard a lot of people say it's a 10 out of 10. So I don't plan on reading Demon Slayer manga, so I'll just wait because I can wait. There's a lot of things I need to like read or watch anyway, but that is something I'm definitely hyped for. Like, because I know like there are a couple battles that are like actually like important and that have like a lot of value to the story. And then plus we get to see Upper Moon 1. I cannot wait to
Oh
see
yeah.
Upper Moon 1.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely a character.
So it looks like Swordsmith Village is like just as long as Entertainment District, and the arc after that is only like nine chapters. So that's like another 3 episodes. And
They'll
then I
probably
think
put them both into the same one.
the same season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think Demon Slayer is gonna end in 4 seasons, and season 4 looks like it'll be pretty decently long.
Season 4 will probably be Infinity Castle.
Yeah, final.
Yeah.
It'll be the final battle for sure. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, you know what they'll do? They'll probably make a movie, like a final battle movie or some shit. Like
That would get them a shit ton of money, wouldn't it?
it would be Demon Slayer finale. Like, bro, that would make a crap. Like, it would make more money than Mugen Train.
I'm pretty sure JJK Zero will make more than Mugen Train.
I don't think it will. Demon Slayer, manga wise, has more sales than Jujutsu Kaisen does. Yeah.
That's a fair point, actually. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I mean, overall, like pretty good arc.
I'll give it a 9. No,
You
I'm
give it
gonna
a
I'm gonna
9.
give it a higher. I'm gonna give it higher. I'm
You
gonna give it like a
you give it
9.5.
higher.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give
yeah,
it a
yeah.
9. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Cause I think it's better than Mugen Train. And I gave Mugen Train a
It's
9.
just okay. Okay, here's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna remember it story wise forever, but it's definitely like some of the most entertaining like arcs. Like
Oh,
I'm gonna
definitely.
remember, yeah, like I'm gonna remember some arcs in One Piece. I'm gonna remember like Soul Society and Bleach. I'm gonna remember Hunter x Hunter stuff, Naruto stuff. What else? Yu Yu Hakusho. Like I'm gonna
I
remember
need
the
to watch that.
stories and everything. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is pretty damn good. I'm gonna remember like a lot of stuff about like art, the best arcs from those. From this, I'm not gonna really fret too much about the story, but it's just gonna be the hype moments I remember. It's just like this arc is just built off of hype and comedy in the beginning.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You have a fair point. I don't. Yeah, I've always said that the story isn't into anything special, but it's like one of those like anime that you can kind of just like turn your brain off and like watch, and like the hype moments get really fucking hype.
Mm-hmm. It's like it's basically like the new, like you know how everyone would just like get excited about like Dragon Ball battles back in the day.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think I was alive at that time.
Okay, well it's basically like that, but like everyone's tuning in just because it's so damn like easy to like digest, animation wise, and like it's just like really hype. All the battles are really good. It's got a simple story that's like just good enough. Like it's just good enough for it to be like entertaining and hook you.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's a good example of what shonen is. I think if shonen had a poster boy right now, it'd be Demon Slayer, 100%.
Yeah,
Either that or My
facts.
Hero, but I think, well, apparently, and I might be wrong, but I heard somewhere that 8% of Japan watches Demon Slayer weekly, and that's 4% more than One Piece. And being One Piece, which is pretty popular.
One
That's
Piece was number one for like 20 years
yeah,
in
One
terms
Piece
of
is
sales.
yeah, One Piece is crazy, but the fact that like 8% of like in the entirety of Japan's population, and doesn't seem like a lot, right? But 8% of like a country's population is like a lot more than people think. Plus, you have people all over the world watching Demon Slayer, so the fact that it like gathers so much and it's like the front runner for Shonen Jump right now, it like really it kind of gives you that prime example of like what it adheres to, like the group, like the age group.
Mm-hmm. It's literally for everyone. Like
Yeah.
everyone can watch this show.
Yeah, like I know people who have put their like parents on to Demon Slayer, bro. Like
Yeah.
like just wild. Like people who like you don't think like would watch anime. Like there's only like two animes that I'd ever recommend to somebody who like is absolutely against anime and would never watch it. Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer.
What about Death Note?
No.
I feel like Death Note is so easy to watch.
Yeah, I mean it's easy to watch. I've had friends who don't watch anime that watch Death Note, but like, cause you get like one hell of a good story like from AOT that has multiple plot twists and like great character development and all that, and then you have Demon Slayer, which is like, the story's not as elaborate as Attack on Titan, but you get these amazing scenes and like you get like some pretty decent comedy, but like the character designs like are also really good. Overall, like it's just like one of those things that like shows you the beauty of like animation. Really, I feel like it does a good job of showing like the limits of, well, I wouldn't even say the limits, but it shows you the beauty of like how elaborate and like detailed that animation can get.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm excited to watch Demon Slayer season 3, but Demon season 2 was fire. I don't really have
Alright.
anything else.
So, best character of the season for you, who was it?
Of the season?
Yeah. It's either Tengen or.
I'll give it to Tengen.
Yeah.
I'll fuck with
Best
Tengen.
battle, best little moment.
Okay, best battle was definitely Tengen versus Gyutaro. And then
Yeah. My favorite battle, I was saying Nezuko versus Baki.
really,
Yeah.
that's some shit.
That was hype as hell.
No, I mean, it's the first time that we got to see Nezuko like that, right? So I don't.
Yeah.
This is definitely like valid, but I wouldn't. Me personally, I just wouldn't put it over Gyutaro or Gyutaro and Tengen.
Oh, that's like number 2 for me, easily. They're both like high up there.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's
And
probably
then-
gonna be.
Is Tengen like your favorite Hashira?
Hell no.
Who's your favorite Hashira?
Obanai,
Who the
The
fuck? Who's that?
the Snake Hashira.
Oh. What about Shinobu?
Bro, the Shinobu overrated, bro. Like just in general,
Overrated.
so
I agree.
ridiculously overrated.
I agree.
Dude, insect breathing just sounds stupid.
Would you put Tengen above Rengoku?
Yeah. Like in terms of strength or what?
No, just like as a character.
As a character? Oh no.
Okay.
I'm gonna take back what I said. No, I don't.
Yeah, I agree.
One person I
you
can't
think
with.
you think Tengen's stronger? I
No,
don't think he's stronger.
no, I don't. Yeah, that's why I was like, maybe
So
I
what would you
shouldn't say.
put him? What would you put him above as? Like in what aspect would you say he's better than Rengoku?
No, I said never mind. I
Oh.
realized I made a mistake. Yeah. No, he's definitely Rengoku
I mean,
as a character. He's definitely better.
Like, I guess better personality.
Tengen does have a better. He has a cooler personality, but
Yeah.
Rengoku has more of like the professional, like I'm a Hashira type shit. So
Mhm.
plus he almost killed Akaza, like real shit. He almost did.
Yeah.
And for him being an upper 3, it's really impressive.
Mhm. All right. I think that's it.
I think we've covered everything.
Short arc.
Short arc, 11
conversation.
episodes.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna tell you is to go watch Demon Slayer. It's been the 2 Shonen, and we will catch you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.